We're getting set up here. Get the comment set up. All right. Tony's passing by. We are about to go sit down for our fireside chat. I've been running around here doing some stuff here, so I'm going to pop right over here. And the fire died down, so I don't know if we're going to have a fireplace in the back or not. All right, let's get this. We'll just do it like this, and let me get this table set up here while everybody's coming on. Miss Kitty's over there eating. I can hear her crunching. Oh, whoa. I'm trying to get this thing a little bit closer to me. Okay. Well, we got a fire, but I don't know if it's going to catch back up or not. All right, everybody come on. I'm trying to get my stuff situated here. All right, I'm gonna have to get me a little pillow back here or something. All right, hang on 1 minute. Look at the fire for a minute. Let me get situated here. Miss Kitty, now you move on over here. All right. Whew, now I got this sweatshirt back on again tonight. I put it on last night because I was back in one of the back bedrooms, and it's cold back there because the fireplace is in here. Thank you, Rebecca, for the stars. Everybody's asking about that bun candy bar. That is one of my favorite candy bars. My favorite is the vanilla flavor. One of my followers sent me a box of the maple ones, but I found out the maple tastes exactly the same as the vanilla. So I can't really tell the difference. So it's good too. So that's what I have been, I had told Tony this, I think it was this morning or last night, yesterday I think. I said, man, I really need a piece of chocolate. Haven't had chocolate for a while. And then I remembered, I said, oh, wait a minute, I got these bun candy bars back here in my office. Tony's going to look at the fire over there now. I threw some twigs in it. It had died down some, but it's so hot in this hot seat right here that I get hot with this sweatshirt on. All right, let's get over here and see if I don't know, this thing keeps telling me to. It was telling me something to post something. I don't know. Sometimes all this stuff pops up from Facebook. I don't know half what they're talking about sometimes. Update about Tom. Tom was out here today. It got up at about 40 degrees today, y'all. So actually, Miss Kitty wanted out. She went by the door and was meowing. So I opened the back door here where the wood pile is, and she run out. So I let her in just a little while ago. She got up on the chair out front, was meowing. So I'm like, well, I guess she wants back in now. She's had her little afternoon jaunt outside. So she's an outdoor cat, and she loves outdoors. But if it's real cold, now she'll want to come in. So I don't know. She's sitting here at my feet right here. How you doing, cat? She loves fireside chat, so she gets on here close to me and sits by my feet. Now she had to get up when I started talking to her, rubbing my leg. So what did we do today? Oh, I had to do those letters. I had to do 5 letters for the church to submit to the neighbors or whatever. I got all them done, mailed out, had to go and mail them certified mail with return receipt. So hopefully those will come back pretty good. Okay, Tony's got the fire going, so, oh yeah, look at that. We'll have a little fire in the back there. So we got that done, and Tony had dialysis this morning, so he went and did that, and We had a Chick-fil-A sandwich for lunch. And then, I can't remember what I did. I think I went down to the chicken coop playing around. I like riding that buggy, just all over the place down there. So I did that. And then come up here and took me about an hour nap. I was tired, and I said, I'm going to take a little nap. So I did that. Ooh, Mary Booth said it was 80 degrees there today. She must be in Florida. Is there any of that, can you hand me a bottle of water? See, I'm sitting here, I'm getting a tickle in my throat. I haven't been coughing any. I've been doing real good, but buzzing around here. Let's see, Mary Sue said, I hope you got my letter when I returned. I did, Mary Sue. I have not mentioned any of that yet. I have not got them all typed in the computer yet. So I have not had a chance to go through the mail, but I got a stack of mail that people are starting to send in money for the water well for Africa. So I appreciate all y'all doing that. Somebody said, put a fire grate up to protect Miss Kitty and Jace. That's what that thing right there is. Y'all see that shield thing? That's just a fire protector so they don't fall into the stove. We've had that came with the house, so we just set it up in front of the stove. That's for all of us, not to fall down in front of the stove.
Well, we brought the wood stove with us.
Right, we brought that wood stove with us. Tony got that wood stove years ago, and we've drug it around. He's drug it around his whole adult life. And then we moved out here. We didn't use it at our last house, didn't have a place for it. We kept it in the shed. We moved out here, and then he fixed it all up and he installed it in this house because this house had like a chimney that we could use it in. So that has come in quite handy. My back is fine. I just took a little jacuzzi today. I love, somebody commented and said, with all your money, you think you could afford a snowblower. Yeah. I don't know why people have to make comments like that. The amount of money I have has nothing to do if I get out there and play in the snow. I love to get out there in the snow. So if there's snow on the sidewalk, I'm going to get out there and clean it off because I just love it. I love the snow. Now, I don't like the ice so much, so I had to just break pieces off and try to clear it out just a little at a time. I'm not out there, and I cleaned a little bit at the coop to get to the chickens, but I'm not doing anything else. I want to wait and just let the sun melt it because we don't need to. Like the back patio, I did a little bit, but it was too hard of ice, so I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I'll just let the sun melt all that because we don't go out that door. We don't need to go out that door. We've just been using the front door that's all cleared. And, oh, Mary Booth is in Arizona. No wonder it's 80 degrees because I don't even think it's 80 degrees in Florida right now. Yeah, Debbie said, how do they know how much money? That's what I want to know. Everybody talks about how much money I got. And ain't none of them seen my checking account. People think if you go on a cruise, you got money. No, you got a budget. It's what you got. Some people spend for one thing and some people spend for another. Everybody spends their money. I've always told people this. You spend your money on exactly what you want to spend your money on. And sometimes people think, well, she must have money if she does that. No, that's what I choose to spend my money on. Now, I'm real cheap on a whole bunch of other stuff. Tony and I both, we're very both conservative on a lot of things with our money. But then if we want something or want to do something, then, we budget and allow so much for that. And it's not like I'm taking a cruise. I know people who cruise every month, y'all. I watch these people, and friends of mine too on Facebook, and they'll post their cruising like several times a year. But and really, cruises are not that expensive. You can find the cheap rooms. Y'all seen I had the cheapest room on the ship, the small little one, no windows, no balcony. Everybody's treated the same once you get on the ship, so it don't matter if you have a cheap room or a big old suite. Everybody's treated the same, and nobody knows where you're sleeping at night. So, all right, let's see. Marcia said, you work so you can spend your money the way you want to. Exactly. Everybody gets to spend their money actually the way they want to. Where did you work at? Everybody always wants to know, where did I work at? Y'all, I retired from the federal government. I actually worked at the CIA 37 years and retired from there. So, and I still work now. I work Facebook and YouTube. And as Lindsay was talking on her show this morning, this is a lot of work running these pages. And one thing you got to deal with is trolls and ignorant people. And that can get exhausting. Oh. There's a troll lately I blocked her on my page. Now she's mad, so she's going on other people's lives and bad-mouthing me. Y'all, and one of the funniest things she said was that all these gifts that y'all send me, I'm taking them to a flea market and selling them. That cracked me up because I don't even know of a flea market in Virginia. I have not been to a flea market probably since I was a kid in West Virginia. I don't think, Tony, you ever heard of a flea market around here?
Front row.
Front Row has one? He said, so I've never heard of a flea market around here, never been to a flea market in Virginia. Yeah, she keeps getting on John and Mama tonight. People screenshot it and send it to me, but she's relentless, but she's a troll. And, you know, she can't come on my page because I got her blocked. So she's going on other people's lives all over the place and just bad-mouthing Pam Davidson. But you know what? I don't care. It's making them comments. But, yeah, she calls me names and everything, but... Oh, let's see. Somebody said Mountain Cooking with Missy has a feral cat that sleeps in her chicken coop with her chickens. Well, that's funny. I don't know how she would get in and out of there. Unless she lives in there. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm there for all of y'all that like to get on here and watch me. And there's always one that's mad and always has to do something, but you know, God don't like ugly, so you got to be careful when you're messing with God's children and you're ugly. So you just got to be careful with that. Yep, there was somebody bad-mouthing me on Trevor's, and I asked him to block her, and he did. So it was a different woman. Yeah, this one don't even have a profile picture. So I guess she's so ugly that she won't even put her picture out there. I don't know. But I don't pay no attention to these people, Lord. It just go... It's just, I don't like all y'all to see it. Or, you know, and why John and Mama has to see that garbage comes up on their page. But... all right. Margaret said she just got on. She's baking a lemon cake. Oh, Margaret, that sounds good to me. And I love lemon cake. Linda said jealousy is a terrible thing, and that's what it is. That is what it is. I mean, some people are just so daggone jealous of other people. I ain't jealous of other people, y'all. I've never had a jealous bone in my body. I'm like, if I ain't got it, I'm glad my friends got it. Because I can just, you know, Say if you like the boating and you don't got a boat, find a friend with a boat. Ah. Somebody said, go true, the price of a cruise is like 1 week just for the rental, then you still got to buy all your food. I don't know what you're talking about, but a price for a cruise includes everything. You don't buy your food on the cruise. Once you get on the boat, everybody's treated the same. Your buffets, your food, lemonade, tea, water, coffee, juice for breakfast, all that's included in your cruise price. So you get your cabin, everything. You get to go to all these ports. You don't pay for anything. Once the price of your cruise, and now if you want to drink at a bar or something, or you want to play in a casino or something, yeah, you got to pay for that extra, but I don't do any of that, you know. Let's see. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to see. These comments are going so fast tonight, y'all. I tell ya. Yeah, Mary Hammock said that they're everywhere. They were on the Hoppers. The Hoppers is a Southern gospel music group, and their daughter, who's 31, sings with them. And somebody was giving that girl down the road on one of the Hoppers live videos or something, and their mother came on there and set them straight. And you know, you don't get on here and tear other people down. You must be one miserable creature if you want to tear other people down. That's all I got to say. But is everything free on the island? If you stop at the island, it depends. If it's a Carnival island, our chairs were free. 2 of the islands were Carnival islands. So one, they gave us a voucher to eat at the food truck, which was nice. And they had water, you know, for us to drink. And then the other island, they did a cookout. Now in Nassau, we didn't get anything. If you got off the ship, you can walk all around Nassau. Nothing's included. You do everything on your own. If you want to eat, you can go get back on the ship, eat your lunch, and then come back. So you can always eat every meal 24 hours a day on that ship. It's all included. Not included, included. So, yeah, if you drink alcohol, you have to pay for alcohol. That is not included.
Sodas.
Yeah, and you don't get free sodas. You got to pay for your sodas, but you can bring a 12-pack of sodas with you from home. So
Tea, lemonade, or water.
Tea, lemonade, and water is what you get to drink. And their water tasted great. We drank water all week, and then we made our little teas with the water too, if you wanted something extra. So that was it's really a good deal, y'all, because sometimes you can get now the Christian cruise was a little bit more expensive because it's a private charter and you're not going to have all that other stuff on there. But you can go down to Florida and catch a cruise, or down to New Orleans, or we caught one out of Baltimore before, and I think it was, I don't know, I'm going to say $600-700 a person. You can find cheap cruises. You can, and that is your room and your food. So that's less than $100 a day. You can, get your transportation, your room, and your food. You can't go anywhere on vacation for that. So, yeah, Carnival also has free hot chocolate. However, the hot chocolate on our boat, it was weak. So, finally, Suzanne got one, and it was good. But the ones I tried, I guess the machine was messed up or something. Shirley said her son gets cruises for practically nothing. Yeah, I know a lot of people that cruise a lot and they get free cruises and cheap cruises. And if you live in Florida, you get real cheap cruises as a thing. Joyce said she paid $450 for her cruise to the Bahamas for a week. There you go.
Wow.
You can get cheap ones going to the Bahamas, and Carnival is real reasonable, y'all. That's probably why I get on there. Now, there's bigger ships and nicer ships and all that, but heck, if you're just going to the island, catch you a Carnival cruise, and that's good. Somebody's asking how Joe from Water for Nations is since his surgery. I did see an update. They were expecting him to have to go to a rehab and learn how to speak again because they had to cut part of his tongue out.
Oh.
However, they've been up there praying for him and everything, and he came on the other day and he was actually talking, and they just give God all the praise for that because he knew what he was saying. He was talking. So that is great, great news. So, all right, we're going to get on here and we're going to do our little Bible reading here, our little devotion. We always do this every night. Let's go ahead and do it, then I'll come back and talk more. It's already, I'll give you some updates on Tony when we get off of here. Let me, I got an update on that little girl, Blessing, too. She loves the school. They are not allowed to call her, but she's allowed to call them. So every once in a while, she calls them and gives them a report. She loves the school, and I'm so happy to hear that, and she's doing well. So thank y'all for everybody that gave to send that little girl away to a little school. So she is doing great. Tammy sent me a message the other day and posted some pictures of her, and that she is doing wonderful. So I got some people still been sending money. I still got money to send for her. I think I got about 2,000 something. I can't remember exactly, but when it gets up to the 3,000, I will send that over, and that will take care of her schooling for next year. So we're going to try to always stay ahead to make sure she can go to school until she graduates. And I think she's only in the 8th grade, so I'm going to commit to help that little girl get all the way through school. So that is great. I just heard from my little niece, Virginia. She called me. She stays so busy that I don't get to see her much, but I'm going to try to get with her on spring break. I think she's going to try to come up here. I told her I'd be home because I'm planning on staying here for a while. I don't have any more vacation plans anywhere, but let me read this thing and then I'll come back and tell you more about that. All right. Monday, February 2nd, Matthew chapter 18. Unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Now, that is the Lord saying that, y'all. Near our home is a famous garden where we often take walks with a young boy our family cares for. His favorite area is the children's garden, which has a small door large enough for him to run through, but small enough to force me to crouch. He laughs as I drop to my knees and wiggle through the small opening to chase him. The small garden gate reminds me of Jesus' object lesson in Matthew 18, where he calls a little child to his side to explain the type of person who will enter the kingdom of heaven. It was a bold example, for in Christ's day, to be a child was to be inconsequential and overlooked. Unlike today, their opinions and desires didn't matter. Jesus uses this description to highlight our human tendency to be noticed and seek power and influence. Of course, Jesus wasn't asking his disciples to become children again, but rather pointing to the traits that mark those who serve him. The biggest marker is humility, the person who takes the lowly position and serves others. The small garden door is a reminder that humility doesn't come naturally to us. Believers in Jesus, however, are to be this way. We're to follow our Savior who modeled this way of living by making himself nothing, by taking the very nature of a servant. Y'all, I love that. I have what I call a servant's heart. I love to serve. I love to do for others. Not everybody has that gift. That's one of the gifts. And I think I just bought a book about spiritual gifts. I think that's in that book I just bought, but I'm anxious to look at that whenever I get time. But I don't know when I'm gonna get time. Oh, I got so much going on, y'all. I just heard from my brother again. He called me right before Virginia called me, and his water still froze up. And he did call the water company today, and he's funny, y'all. He said, I got a confirmation number. Can you look it up? I said, well, what's it going? I can't look up a confirmation number. I said, they just give you that in case they don't come and look it up or come and, check it out. Then you can call them back and say, well, this is my case number. This is the confirmation number where I called. He said, oh, okay. He didn't know what a confirmation number was. He thought I could look something up. I don't know what he thought. But anyhow, he's still waiting on that water to come back on. Linda wants to know, am I going to be working a puzzle? Not anytime soon. We got a full day tomorrow. Tony has an appointment in the morning in one town about an hour from here to get his fistula checked out. It's been 8 weeks since he had the fistula put in, and they want him to come back and check that out. And then after that, we got to go back to the hospital where he was at in early January. They are going to schedule him for the heart cath tomorrow afternoon. So he's got to get over there. We'll barely have time to get over there. He's got to be there at 11:30. The heart cath is supposed to be at 1, and I think he's going to be there several hours. So, and that's at the hospital. So it's two completely different places we got to go tomorrow. We are going to be gone the whole day with doctor's appointments. So
You ain't got a telephone appointment.
that's the next day.
You sure?
Yeah, that's Wednesday, and you're going to be at dialysis. Can you talk on the phone at dialysis?
Well, I never had my phone in there.
Well, you might have to, and she'll probably just talk a minute, but yeah, it's Wednesday for the phone appointment. He's got a phone appointment, I think, on Wednesday with the surgeon, so that way she'll have the report. He's got to do like a sonogram or something on the fistula. Let's see. Margaret said everyone's having a time with frozen pipes down in there in West Virginia. Yeah, his been froze up, and he's got a doctor appointment scheduled for Friday. He said, I got to take a shower. I said, you better get you some bottled water and heat it up in the microwave. Take you a little sponge bath. I said, don't you miss that appointment because you can't take a shower. Oh, anyhow. Yeah, I'm going to have to wear I'm going to have to get a mask at that hospital. I think they probably put one on you anyways, but I don't want to pick up any germs like I did last time in that. Well, we're going to be in like the surgical center, so hopefully there won't be any sick people up in our surgical center. All right. Well, that's it. It's 8:30, y'all. I think that's all I got to tell you. That was a lot. I had updates on everybody tonight. So Tony has to have the heart cath. That was his next step in trying to get approved to get put on the dialysis list.
No.
I mean, not the dialysis list. To be put on the transplant list. I keep getting all these different, there's too many things going on. I keep saying, how was your therapy today? He didn't go to therapy. He went to dialysis. I keep getting all my words mixed up, y'all. But, all right. I'm going to say good night, and we will talk to y'all soon, okay? But y'all pray for him tomorrow that the heart cath goes smooth, They don't find nothing. It's all working good, and he will be able to pass that part and get on it. Somebody said, what about Tom? Tom the cat was out here. He comes every day and eats. He's fine. I opened the door to give him a treat, and he run because he's skittish like that. He runs every time we see him. But we have seen him every day. He's got a thick fur on him, and he's fat as a hog, so he's staying warm. He's living out in the shed, y'all, and he's got plenty of straw out there, and he's warm. So, all right, night, everybody.